have a lot for you this morning.
I have to pick myself up.
Right from the basketball, because interesting news, LeBron James. Is he the best? For me, I think he's the best to ever do it. We have news from LeBron James because his son will be playing with him this season. And he has been reacting to that, and then of course his son has also been speaking. We have news from the GFA because yesterday Keto Kreku, yes, had his time with the Parliament's Select Committee on Sports, and he was there. Yes, he had some things to say, including budget. He talked about allowing the coach to pick his own players, and he talked about management, committee members and their role. We'll get to listen to all that, and of course we would also be bringing you an exclusive feature from the Bukum AstroTurf. Yes, we have some news from there as well. ADZI, the show is live on Facebook. Get to Facebook star 103.5 FM. Let's get interactive, of course. You can leave a comment there. And what do you make of GFA President Keto Kreku saying that, see, as for budgets, we don't take care of the budget. Well, bringing you all that. And of course, the Champions League. Yes, fixtures are out, and we'll bring you the fixtures from the Champions League as well.
Stand up.
All right, now let's start off from NBA because LeBron James is beginning his 22nd training campaign this week with the LA Lakers, and this would be a unique experience. Now, the NBA's career scoring leader is sharing a locker room and a court with Bronny James, his 19-year-old son, and the Lakers' second-round draft pick. They will soon become the first father.
Kid, so. This week we got back into the gym, and it was really the first time that me and Bronny, was basically on the floor as professionals, training, going against each other, preparing, for the season. And I had a couple moments where I kind of I lost focus, and I'm not used to losing focus when I'm out on the floor, but, I was a couple times I was just looking to the side and just watching him prepare and watching him go after it. And it was just, It's going to be an unbelievable year for myself, and I hope for him as well.
Well, meanwhile, his son, Bronny, says he will just have to continue what he's been doing and create his own path.
Continue to do what I've always been doing. I feel like I've done a great job of carving out my own path over the years that I've been taking basketball seriously. But, just also sprinkling in a little bit of, wisdom and stuff for my vets, my dad especially, but just trying to learn as much as I can and still keep working and carving out that path that I've been doing.
All right, so we wish LeBron James and his son Bronny all the best. It's quite a good thing. Now let's move to Cameroon because Samuel Eto'o is seeing the news. So the soccer great Samuel Eto'o was banned by FIFA on Monday. Yes, he has been banned by FIFA from attending any national team games for 6 months. Eto'o, who has been president for the Cameroonian Soccer Federation since 2021, faced 2 charges from an incident at the Under-20 Women's World Cup in Colombia on September 11. FIFA did not specify details of what happened at the round of 16 game after Brazil won against Cameroon 3-1 after extra time. But then Eto'o has been adjudged to have broken disciplinary rules relating to offensive behavior and violations of the principles of fair play and misconduct of officials. So, according to FIFA statement, so the statement continues to read that the ban imposed on Mr. Eto prevents him from attending men's and women's match involving Cameroon teams of all categories and age groups. The period through match includes men's national team games in qualifying groups for the 2026 World Cup and the 2025 African Cup of Nations. So don't forget that the 43-year-old played for Cameroon at 4 World Cups from 1998 to 2014, missing only the 2006 edition, and scored a record of 56 goals for the indomitable Lions. He played in 2 African Cup of Nations title winning teams in 2000 and 2002. And he's also won 3 Champions League titles, including back-to-back in 2009 with Barcelona and in 2010 with Inter Milan. So there is the man with this rich career, rich stats around him, and he's been banned. He's the president of the Federation for football in Cameroon. He's been banned. We understand that when the Under-20 World Cup was going on in Colombia, and his team had to play Brazil's Under-20 team, something happened. Yes, FIFA didn't clarify what happened, but then he's been charged, and the punishment that is that he has been banned from all FIFA games. So for 6, the only game he go play with FIFA on. Yes, that's the only game he can be at. He cannot be at even under 15 FIFA tournaments in the. All right, let's come back home. GFA President Keto Kreku appeared on Parliament Select Committee sitting on Youth and Sports and has clarified that the GFA has no hand in putting together a budget for the Black Stars, as he declined to answer questions on issues regarding the budget for the national team.
How that works. So the FA doesn't handle monies for the government of Ghana do not pay monies to the FA account. The government of Ghana doesn't pay money directly to the member association called GFA. Every money connected to national team campaigns are paid directly to the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and usually we are accompanied by what we call a purse holder. So I have no question to answer on budgeting because I don't control budgeting.
Yes, Kate says he doesn't control budgeting for the Black Stars or the national teams. Now, regarding influence from his outfit on the Black Stars, Kate says he has always created freedom for the Black Stars coach to operate in.
They made public statements, not once, not twice, on the environment this FA has created to enable them to work. Coach Ado has said on platforms that one of the key reasons why he accepted to come back is the fact that he's allowed to do the work the way he wants to work. So the answer is very simple. Coaches representing Ghana are solely selected by the technical team of our national teams. I'm talking about players representing Ghana, whether it's the Black Queens or it's the Black Stars.
Right, so Kurt is saying that the technical team, they have the sole right of selecting the players. So for him and his people, they have no influence over the players that come into the Black Star setup or the Black Queen setup or the Black Meteors under 20, under 23. Okay, final one. He was squeezed on the role and essence of the management committee members. And this is what Keto Kreku had to say. He believes that, the management committee members are very, very relevant.
20 national teams, and each of the 20 national teams have specific needs and attention. So it's always important for us to find the right people, with the right skill sets, with the right levels of passion, who will help us to manage the national. If you're in charge of the FA setup, you will fully appreciate what it means to manage a national team. So management committees are as relevant yesterday as they are today. So composition of national teams is, in terms of numbers, it's not cast in stone. We have some national teams that have 3 management members. We have some national teams that have 5. I think currently even Black Stars have 5 cut-off points. And each of the 5 has a role to play, or have a role to play. Again, coming back to your direct question, management committees are relevant to the management of our national teams.
Meanwhile, the local organizing committee LOC for the 2023 African Games has confirmed that 15 million was US dollars. Sorry, 15 million US dollars was spent on food for 12,902 participants in the continental event, according to the LOC stakeholders, including athlete team officials, technical officials, and volunteers, were fed 4 times a day. Chairman for Parliament Select Committee for Youth and Sports and Tourism, Kwabena Oyome, had claimed that the said amount was used to feed athletes for 18 days. While the LOC acknowledged the expenditure, they are saying that, see, it was for 23 days, so not 18 days. The 15 million US dollars for feeding was for 23 days. So the amount is 15 million, and they provided 4 meals, breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks per day for 23 days, not 15, 18, or 10. Now, let's get to listen to the LOC chairman, Dr. Kweku Ofosu Asare, who was speaking at a press conference.
Not only cook for those coming from West Africa or coming from for the African Games to ensure that we provide food to cover the various as parts of Africa. You cannot only cook for those coming from West Africa or coming from, Ghana. It has to be across board, all over Africa. You have to study their cuisine and produce that. We also want to make you aware that we provided 4 times, we fed them 4 times in a day, as I indicated: breakfast, lunch, supper, our dinner, and snack. And I want to say emphatically, there wasn't any person who had food poisoning. This is a great achievement. Elsewhere, people have these challenges. Food poisoning, we never. And instead of our brothers and sisters in the media praising us for this, it is only the 50 million. And only the 50 million, not only the 50 million, the figure, and then they're getting the figures right, they're getting the days wrong, and politicians are running away. Let me tell you, my dear brothers and sisters, we are in a situation where the political barometer is heating up. We don't have to be accused of.
All right, so there you have it. The chairman, yes, of the local organizing committee for the 2023 African Games that happened earlier this year, 2024. Was supposed to be last year, but then so it's still called the 2023 African Games. Dr. Kweku Ofosu Asare speaking there now. To some AstroTurf news, because the residents of Bukum can now breathe a sigh of relief as the previously run down pitch, AstroTurf pitch has been fully restored and is nearly ready for use. During interviews with my colleague Nana Agyemang, residents expressed their elation at the revival of football in the community. Here is a more detailed report by my colleague Nana Agyemang.
Bukom is renowned for its local delicacy, kinke with fish, and for being a hub for boxing, having produced some of Ghana's top fighters. However, football, which is cherished by Ghanaians, was not a prominent feature. This changed when the government launched a project to build artificial turfs, transforming the situation in Bukom. The government has invested in constructing approximately 150 AstroTurfs across the country. Bukom, situated in the Odododio constituency, was part of this initiative, with the Coastal Development Authority constructing an AstroTurf pitch in the community in 2020. This facility, located in the heart of Bukom, was designed to uncover local football talent, having previously produced soccer stars like Stephen Appiah and Lae Kingston. However, just 4 years after its construction, the facility deteriorated and could no longer serve its purpose. Some blamed the government for poor workmanship, while others held the community responsible for misusing the facility. 6 months ago, The situation was different when I visited the Bukom Astroturf Park, which was undergoing reconstruction for the second time in 4 years. During my visit, the facility was locked, but the damaged iron fences has been replaced and the worn-out artificial grass had been restored. Residents, unable to contain their excitement at the return of football, promised to take better care of the facility this time.
That constructed the park for us, but unfortunately, the residents, including myself, damaged it. We reached out to them again, and they agreed to renovate the park. This time, adding additional facilities such as an administrative office. They also established a committee to oversee the park's maintenance. We have pledged to take better care of it going forward.
First, na fi ni fiti e ba like na afi e na gbe ba ni wo gbegbe bi en wo bi wa chi aton fi oni
We mishandled the park previously because there were no regulations in place. However, now that the park has been renovated and rules have been established, we are committed to following them.
This time around, they should look for people that they are very professionals, that they have knowledge about AstroTurf, that will keep it good shape for us, so that 10 or 5 years to come, the park will still look fresh and strong.
However, some expressed differing views on the reconstruction of the pitch.
There are no people, we don't have any people that can maintain it in a good shape. If you want to do an AstroTurf, you do it in a place that the people have knowledge about that, which they can maintain it with their knowledge. But here, that we have the AstroTurf, we don't have knowledge to maintain it. We can testify that first AstroTurf has been made here, which they have destroyed and they have renovated another one. So what sure are we that this one is going to be maintained? What sure are we?
After the old pitch was destroyed, the community was left without a proper football facility. But now, with a reconstruction nearing completion, Bukom is poised for a new beginning. Reporting for GH1 TV Sport, Nana Ama Agyemang, Bukom.
All right, let's quickly bring you results, fixtures for the Champions League this evening. Salzburg take on Brest. Stuttgart would play Spartak Praha. Arsenal would come up against PSG. Big game for the evening. Barcelona play with Young Boys. Leverkusen take on AC Milan. Dortmund Celtic, and then Inter take on Red Star Belgrade. PSV take on Sporting. Slovan would host Manchester City. That'll be all for sports. My name is Jones Adzi. Don't forget to join us on the game at 1 p.m. It is 1st October. It is Breast Month. And IB.
Yeah, no. So you have a pitch now, we are told, right?
Oh, so it's still not confirmed. Okay. But the rumors are going that.
Yeah.
Rumors.
Yes.
That's why I didn't want to work with it.
Yeah.
That Cape Coast might be.
Okay, so not that class possible.
And that's what I cried here. We saw the pictures and the videos. No settings.
Yes, yeah. We saw somebody with the boa and what have you.
It's not about the picture.
It's about how the grounds feel.
Yes, it's not about the picture. The picture, the settings.
So still empha.
Well, we want to see. No, over the weekend, CAF officials came to inspect.
Yeah, did you feed them well?
Hey, is that feeding? Is that feeding? No, they're feeding 50 million. No, they're feeding less 50.
Well, are they eating for the world?
All right, so that's all for sports. My name is Jones Adzi. Nadede is here, and it's Breast Month. Have a good morning.
Oh yes, and she has a pink.
Yeah.